Welcome to Rethink Your Perspectives blog, your trusted space for unlocking potential, empowering mindsets, building productive habits, and boosting motivation. Today we're looking at how ambition and balance work together, why rest fuels success, and how to achieve more without burnout, guilt, or self-sacrifice. Don't forget to join the mailing list for weekly updates and powerful tools to support your growth. And we hope that you get some benefit from these blog posts. We would love to hear your thoughts. Don't hesitate to like, share, and comment at the links at the bottom of the post. So the false belief that rest equals laziness. For many ambitious people, rest feels uncomfortable. Even when exhausted, there's a quiet voice that says, I should be doing more. Somewhere along the way, ambition became tangled up with busyness, and rest started to feel like laziness, weakness, or lost progress. This belief is deeply ingrained. We're praised for pushing through, for working long hours, for sacrificing weekends and evenings just for now, but what's often overlooked is the long-term cost of that mindset. The truth is that ambition and balance are not opposites, they are partners. Sustainable success doesn't come from relentless effort, it comes from knowing when to push forward and when to pause. This blog explores why balance doesn't dampen ambition, but actually fuels it, and how letting go of self-sacrifice can help you achieve more, not less. So why balance fuels ambition? Ambition thrives on clarity, creativity, and resilience, none of which exist in a constantly exhausted mind. When you build balance into your life, several powerful things happen. Clear thinking improves. Rested minds make better decisions. When you step away from constant doing, your brain has space to process information, prioritize effectively, and see solutions that aren't obvious when you're overwhelmed. It also enables creativity to return. Creativity doesn't respond well to pressure. It emerges in moments of ease, during walks, rest, reflection, or quiet thinking time. Balanced lives make room for insight and innovation. And your resilience strengthens. Ambition requires resilience, the ability to keep going when things don't work out. Balance builds emotional capacity, allowing you to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting from stress. In other words, balance doesn't slow down ambitious people, it sharpens them. The cost of overworking. Overworking is often celebrated in ambitious cultures, but the consequences are rarely discussed honestly. When effort outweighs recovery for too long, the body and mind begin to protest. Common effects include burnout. Burnout isn't just tiredness, it's emotional exhaustion, cynicism, and reduced effectiveness, often accompanied by a loss of meaning and motivation. Decision fatigue. Every decision uses mental energy. Without balance, even simple choices feel draining, leading to procrastination, avoidance, or poor judgment. And emotional flatness. One of the lesser-known signs of overwork is emotional numbness. Joy dulls, enthusiasm fades, and even success feels underwhelming. These are not signs of weak ambition, they are signs of ambition without balance. When overworking becomes the norm, performance may spike briefly, but it cannot be sustained. Eventually, progress slows, errors increase, and the very success you're chasing starts to feel hollow. So shifting the mindset, success without self-sacrifice. One of the most powerful shifts ambitious people can make is redefining what success looks like. Success does not have to come at the expense of your health, relationships, or sense of self. The belief that sacrifice is required for achievement is outdated and often untrue. Balanced ambition asks different questions. How can I pursue my goals sustainably? What version of success supports my whole life, not just my career? What would it look like to succeed without burning myself out? When you release the idea that struggle equals worth, you free yourself to work more intelligently, not more relentlessly. Ambition and balance coexist when effort is guided by intention rather than pressure. So practical tools for balancing ambition and energy. Balance isn't about vague intentions, it's about practical choices. Here are tools ambitious people can use to protect energy while continuing to grow. Number 1, energy mapping. Instead of managing time alone, manage your energy. Track your energy levels for a week. When are you most focused? When do you feel drained? What tasks energize you and which deplete you? Use this awareness to start schedule demanding work during high energy periods and recovery during low energy times. Energy mapping makes ambition more effective, not less. Number 2, smart rest. Rest works best when it's intentional. Smart rest means specific. Decide how you'll rest. Walk, read, nap, disconnect. Measurable. Set a clear boundary. 30 minutes, one evening, a full day. Appropriate. Choose rest that genuinely restores you. Regular. Make it consistent, not occasional. And timely. Rest before burnout forces it. This reframes rest as a strategic choice, not an indulgence. And number 3, reflection time. Ambitious people often move quickly from one goal to the next without pausing to reflect. Build in regular reflection by asking what's working well, what feels heavy, what needs adjusting. Reflection prevents unconscious overdrive and keeps ambition aligned with well-being. And 4, success journals. Instead of measuring success only by outcomes, track your progress and effort. A success journal might include wins, big and small, your lessons learned, moments of alignment or ease. This reinforces the idea that progress doesn't have to feel punishing to be valid. So some real-world examples when balance boosts performance. Time and again, people discover that when they stop pushing relentlessly, their performance improves. One client might notice that after setting firm stop times in the evening, their focus during the day sharpens dramatically. Another might find that scheduling weekly reflection prevents overwhelm and leads to clearer priorities. Often, balance reveals what was hidden beneath exhaustion: confidence, creativity, and capability that were always there, but buried under pressure. Balanced ambition doesn't mean lowering your standards. It means removing unnecessary friction so performance can rise naturally. Why the most successful people know when to stop. When you look closely at people who sustain success over decades, not just months, a pattern emerges. They know when to stop. They understand that rest protects performance, that boundaries preserve clarity, and that ambition without balance eventually collapses under its own weight. Stopping isn't quitting, it's strategic recovery. The ability to pause, reflect, and recharge is not a weakness, it's a skill. And it's one that separates short-term achievement from long-term fulfillment. So what do you think? Ambition doesn't need to be tamed. It needs to be supported. When ambition and balance work together, success becomes sustainable, meaningful, and far more satisfying. You'll think more clearly, create more freely, and perform with consistency rather than exhaustion. You don't have to sacrifice yourself to achieve your goals. You don't have to earn rest by burning out. And you don't have to choose between success and well-being. The most successful people aren't those who push the hardest. They're the ones who know when to stop, recover, and then move forward with intention. And that's the kind of ambition that lasts. So if this has inspired you to rethink your own balance within your life, explore my other posts in the Knowledge Centre, on the website, or to learn more about how I can help you apply these principles in your own life, you can message me here, connect on social media, or book a free discovery call. To your continued success, Jaiye. Rethink your perspective.